You know, it kind of goes back to the question of what is life coaching. I guess it's like, for example, I have a client who has his mother is very Mormon. I would even take it beyond that, just very fanatical Mormon, beyond anything I'd ever heard of before. And so he gets very frustrated when he's talking to her and they can't just have a normal conversation. Okay, so think about that. Like, what is a normal conversation? So to you and to me, we might have different definitions of what a normal conversation is. And so what I do is I work with him to see the difference between what is reality, what is happening when they have any type of conversation that is around any type of religious or spiritual matter. It always ends up in an argument. His frustration comes in because he's so frustrated because he wants it to be another way, right? So the difference is the space in between. So the space of what is, which is reality, and the space of his expectation of what he wants. So his job is to manage his mind in between those spaces. And that gets really challenging because we have in our minds a certain expectation of how we want it to be. And so then my work with him is going over how to manage the mind, because you kind of have to look at it as you're not going to change what reality is. In the conversations of how she's been living her life, his mother is 71, right? So how she's been living her life for that long until she wants to change it. So there's nothing I can do to change her. The only thing we can work on is him and where he is and his thoughts around all that and becoming okay with that space in between. So it gets a little tricky, but that's where my tool bag comes into play.